All right, what's up, guys? Let's see here. Hello, everyone. Sorry for the late start. My computer settings, I don't know what happened. Everything glitched like crazy. So I have one monitor that is just, the dimensions are absolutely nuts. One I think should be fine, so I should be able to show my screen okay. It's just the other screen is wild. And YouTube itself decided to, for whatever reason, had me go through some complicated process to verify that I am who I say I am. So we're there right now. But while we start, because I haven't even been able to even promote this session yet, if you guys want to pull up silver on your own chart, then definitely feel free to do that. It's kind of like topping our zone, so we might have a silver sell during this session. So we'll go into that a little bit too. So just give me a second to get everything all organized. Had a lot of unexpected things. All right, one sec, guys. So, but in the meantime, let me know. Share with me here what you guys are on. You know, what you're looking at. How are the last couple weeks been? I've been away. Nance and I, we hosted a retreat in Puerto Rico for traders. So it was sick. Honestly, you guys will see some work. I think I'll be dropping a video here at some point. So yeah, you guys will see a cool recap of all the explorations, the waterfalls, the rivers, the lakes, the forest, the rainforest, and stuff like that. So it was so cool. And then we were obviously at a pretty cool spot, live trading every morning. A couple of the mornings were on the go at just breakfast spots, which was really cool. So yeah, so I've been away, haven't been on this live session, I think maybe 2 weeks, 2 Mondays. Came back, and at this point now, I don't know, I think it caught a little something, which is weird. I usually don't get sick ever, so I don't know. I don't know, something's going on. But yeah, anyways, promoting right now. Give me a sec, guys. Alright. Took NAS from this morning. Nice. Yeah, we had a good NAS setup this morning. So for those of you that were on the members stream, yeah, we caught a nice NAS buy. There was actually a second one that we went over as well, but I wasn't live or in front of my screen for it. So unfortunately, I didn't take the second NAS idea that I did bring up. So we'll see. But right now, there's a couple ideas that I'm down for. So I'll be diving into this and giving you guys a good play-by-play. But all right, let me get this here set up. All right, got that posted. And if you guys want to let your people know that I'm live, I won't be mad about it at all. Damn, I think silver might run without us though, folks. All right, cool. So let's see here. Let me get the screen going. Oh, that camera is definitely not working. One of those, there we go. All right, here we go. What the hell happened? Yo, what's up with this thing? Accepted stream. Okay, should be good to go now. Cool. All right, sorry guys, had to do a lot of scrambling last second, unfortunately. Okay, that goes over here. This goes over here. And we should be chill. All right, cool. Thoughts on your GBP? I can go over that here in a sec, for sure. All right, one more second. What's this thing? Okay. And we should be good to go. Perfect. All right, so let me, no way, dude. All right, can you guys see, can you guys see me right now? This is the question. Actually, hold on, let me sort this out. I think it should be okay. Yeah? Okay, cool. So, awesome. What's up, guys? All right, so I'll be able to dive in here in a sec. Just need to triple check everything. So, like, basically all my streaming settings and, yeah, everything. Monitors, everything just went really weird. All right, I think so. I should be showing the screen now. Can you guys see that? And are the dimensions okay? Like, does it look like you guys can just see it like normal? This is throwing everything off. Clean braids and fitted hat. I appreciate that. Bridge City. Yeah, you already know. What's good? What's good? Yes, all good. What's up, Tizzle? Bro, where did you go? Where did you go, Tizzle? Everything perfect. All right, cool. Okay, so what's up, guys? Good to have you all on here. Usually I'm here every Monday, and the last couple Mondays, it's been traveling a lot. Hasn't really fit the schedule, so I wasn't able to do so. But not traveling for a couple weeks, at least for another 6 weeks, maybe two months or so for now. I mean, doesn't seem like I'm gonna be doing that right now, but you just never know. That's kind of the beauty of this skill, right? You kind of just get up and go, and you bring it with you. But yeah, guys, have a little bit of a little sniffle, a little runny nose, so I might be cleaning myself here off camera. Make sure, don't want to expose myself. Last thing I need is video content of me with like snot everywhere. But shout out to Nance, made me a nice little tea. Anyways, guys, excited to be here after 13 minutes of all of you waiting. But it is back. Man is back on YouTube. That's right. Tizzle was cheating on you with rock streams. Damn, it's like that. It's like that, Tizzle. What's up, man? Hit me up. All right, so I'm gonna get this here now. I am gonna go over quite a few different things, but if you are new to trading just in general, then I do want you to understand that what I'm gonna be going over is gonna be a bit more advanced. So it might not be something that just clicks instantly. This is not catered to someone who's absolutely brand new and knows nothing. If you kind of want to get like a glimpse of what it looks like to trade, and you have kind of that expectation that this could be for you, but in reality, I'm not going to be like explaining to the most bare minimum of what it's like, so that's not what that is. I'm just gonna go into what I do to trade all the time. There's some key setups like the one right now happening, and yeah, I'm gonna dive into those. So got a couple things for you guys. We're gonna be looking for sure at silver and gold. We'll be taking a look at Euro USD, GBP USD. We'll look at some indices. I'll show you guys the setup that I took today. That one ended up hitting We get netted over 150 points on today's buy ideas, so that was awesome, over 3RR. So I'll go over that as well. We'll take another look at the crypto things at the end. So at the end of the stream, for those of you that stay till the end, I will be talking about some crypto stuff and kind of what I see moving forward. We're getting some volume and some momentum right now just in the markets in general. Best excuse possible is this Trump and Elon space. So I don't actually know if it's still going on right now. So if you guys know, let me know. Someone said silver no activated, that not count. What are you talking about? Huh? What doesn't count? I understand exactly what you're saying. It doesn't count. I never said it counted. And what does it not count for exactly? So yeah, you let me know what you're talking about, because I'm not really sure what you're talking about. But yeah, anyways, silver didn't trigger, just short, came into the zone, so it's valid for this to sell off from here, but did not trigger my entry. So I want to show you guys why I was looking at silver sells, and I had been waiting for this for I think it was about a week, maybe just about a week. So gold and silver did a really similar situation, right? They had a very similar setup. We saw Monday's London session spike the market, the metals market specifically, around this time. Actually, I think a lot of things happened. This was, so last week, for those of you that maybe you just weren't really on the charts, maybe you took some time off, but we had, basically what we saw happen was the Japanese stock market just went crazy. And throughout the last few decades, Japanese stock market, a New York stock market, one of the big three. So as that was happening, it was definitely leveraged to move a whole bunch of markets all at the same time, including crypto, metals, indices, everything. And so we saw a nice sweep to the upside. This built up some buyers, and then as this just boomed quickly, this filled some imbalance, and then the market just ripped to the downside, creating imbalances all the way down. So melted its face off. Gold, similar thing. So they had a very similar movement, and then the market then proceeded to make lower lows on higher time frames. So as we go over here, and I'll just exit that. So as we go over here, we see clean structure, right? Lower lows, lower highs, lower lows. Price trades below the previous low for a good amount of time. I mean, from all Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, it really isn't until Thursday where we start to really retrace back up to the upside. So at this point, now we really can see, okay, we're definitely in a bearish structure. And so the question is going to be, will the market hold this and work its way down quite a bit? Is it going to maybe just reverse and then keep going? Maybe the market wants to get up to these levels. Although I do think we've already traded this imbalance pretty well. So I feel like we can reverse off of here and at least get to this, if not go a bit further down. And so, yeah, what I'm doing here is I'm looking to basically position myself in a sell that would be closing the buy position here, and that would push the market down. So we might be getting that right now. This may be that moment. So if I, again, show you guys kind of exactly, and I'm gonna zoom in a little bit so you guys can see this. So here's gold, and then I'm gonna look at a lot of setups that you guys have as well. So I wanna make sure, if you're on here and you don't usually, maybe some of you aren't with me every morning. I know a lot of you are, but maybe some of you aren't. That way you can get a little bit of some value. So this is it, right? This right here, big push up, about a 36 pip move to the upside before the market comes tumbling down, and that's what I want to see right now, right? I want to see the reversal of that, and I do think we're starting to see definitely some type of reversal from right here. The market so far has dropped not 36, but it did drop about 25 pips. So if this keeps falling, then unfortunately I would delete my idea. if though, it needs to reverse at least what the market pushed up. So whatever that buy position was, which in this example was 30, I think we said 35 or 36 pips, I would need to see that reverse the same way. So I would want to see the market drop, 30, I think I said 35 or 36. I think, well, let me just double check my math. It was 36.6 pips. So this market now dropping 36.6 pips, that would do it, right? That's what I would count as, okay, this has mitigated. So the buys that were originally in, they would then now be out, right? So we would see that exchange between buyers and sellers. So that's really what I'm waiting to see. If silver comes further down, then I would delete. Right now, still waiting, still patient, chilling, big chilling. All right, so this is the first idea so far. At the moment, I'm still waiting, and we shall see. Okay, so if we do go further down, then that could be it. We're gonna get back to this. We're gonna revisit this. Now, one thing I want to mention before I move on from metals is one more thing, and it's the following. It's that why am I taking silver, and maybe why not trade gold, right? Now, gold got to this level, I believe it was last week, Friday. So gold actually got to the same area on Friday, and we did not trade this. So the reason we didn't sell gold, even though it's the same setup, is exactly because silver, as you guys can see, silver wasn't there yet. Silver was still way over here, way down here. So because silver had more imbalance to still fill, it still had motive to go up higher. That's the reason why I didn't sell gold. So some people were telling me like, hey, like, are you gonna sell gold? What do you think? And I said, nope, I have no desire to do that whatsoever because of that divergence. These are correlated pairs, and one was leading more bullish, the other was definitely not. So just stayed back and waited. What was nice is that we did take a gold buy on Friday, and I did say you could hold this for a swing because of that same reason. So if you happen to manage this appropriately, you might have just cracked a beautiful 10R, maybe even 11R. I locked in my trade here, so I did lock in a 3R, not as amazing as everything else, because of just a couple rules for a couple counts that I have. Others I did let kind of slide, and I let these swing smaller positions, so nothing crazy. But yeah, anyway, so that's why with gold stayed out of sells for that specific reason. There was silver just needed to push much more. So that's where we're at with that. So we'll see. We'll get back to this. We have alerts here in case the market comes up again, and we have alerts in case it comes down again. So that is silver and gold for now. And let me check here the chat. I took 2RR on gold following my plan and stayed disciplined. Awesome. Took those NAS buys with you. Awesome. Lonzo, bro, you can get paid to show up, my brother. Odd news in 7 minutes. So Australian news definitely can influence metals as well. So we might see this either keep going down and it'll solidify that these are selling off already, or maybe we see it go up. So Australia does have a healthy amount of metals as well. It's known for being heavier in metals. So what's up, Portugal? Those of you that are in Portugal, those of you that are in Europe, Africa, Asia, shout out to you guys. It's either super late or super early. Shout out to y'all. So we have Seattle, New York City in here, Arizona. Who else we got in here? Ethereum buys. Okay, I'll look at cryptos at the end. All right, I'll look at cryptos at the end. Wait, Ethereum buys right now? No. Right now? I wouldn't. I think I'd chill on that, to be honest. We're literally sitting at liquidity right now. We're sitting right up here. I would not buy ETH right now. But that's me. That's my plan. Y'all live your lives, all right? Don't come at me. So, okay, we have Australia news here in a few minutes. let's have some fun. Let's see if we maybe can get a setup. Actually, I do have an idea on Euro AUD and or I think it was RJPY. One of these two. Hold on, not futures. There we go. So I had an idea, and I guess it wasn't there. Maybe it's here. There we go. So RJPY, I was interested in possibly selling AUDJPY. We had a nice sweep of these highs, so we eliminate retail sellers. So this is clearly an institutional buy, followed by an imbalance and lower lows, bearish structure. We finally work our way back, and we could be getting up to these levels. I have an alert here in case something like this goes down. Let's see here. We have, what's up, Amo Trading? Hello. Australia were 4th in medals in the Olympics, I think. Bro, why are you like this sometimes? You creative, I'll tell you that much. Just consistently a troll. Dylan, the most serious and not serious person. So, all right. So, AUDJPY, you can see this happened Thursday, August 1st, pre-New York session. So money comes in, cleans house. This sets up. We have buy positions open, so we could see sells here. Cool. And we have Euro AUD, which is the exact same thing but flipped on its head. So Euro AUD here. For whatever reason, I have on different feeds, which is kind of annoying. But Euro AUD, similar setup here, but for buys. Obviously, since Australian is flipped. So in this example, we had the lows here, and then we see a push to the downside. So clearly, big position sellers drive price down, liquidate buyers, creating then, with enough liquidity here, these buys then can also come in. So we have sell positions opened, and here's where we could see an exchange of money down here. So similar to AUDJPY, except obviously Australia is the second pair. So we'll see what happens. The market could come down, maybe not. So what we could do is we could split screen this if we want to. So for example, we could have let's see, is there a shortcut to do this? No, there's not. Okay, so we have Euro AUD on one side, and then I'll have AUDJPY on the second. And alright, we'll have it set up like this. If this does go down the right way, then we'll be ready. So let's see, we got the 4 hour here pulled up on AUDJPY, this is kind of cool. Not all the time do we have Australian news while I'm live, so this kind of feels like my normal live streams where we know, okay, indices are going to do something, so we're probably going to get a trade. And that's how it is kind of every morning. There's a good chance we're going to get a position to take. So cool. What's up? Dylan brings jokes to the morning session for sure. He's always ready. Always ready. Don't matter how early, how late. Always. I see it. All right, guys. What's up? Damn, this is good. If I had an affiliate link for this, y'all would be getting the link to whatever tea this is. This is like that yogi. Damn. Y'all missing out. Okay, so news will hit here in 30 seconds. Little timer at the bottom. I don't know how tight the lag is actually. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know how much I'm lagging with you guys, so hopefully it's not too much. Actually, I totally forget that there's ads on this thing. I think I can pause it. Let me pause this so that in case there's action here, we don't have to deal with that. Okay, so I think I delayed it. Yeah, this is a timer. I think I delayed 10 minutes. Okay, cool. So Yeah. Anyways, news hit. Nothing. Yeah, nothing really happened at all. So, wage price index. This isn't like notorious for a whole bunch of volatility or anything. It's a high impact news folder, so obviously there could be some sort of movement, but as of right now, it doesn't look like it was anything too crazy. You know, a couple pips, but nothing too crazy. So okay, we can move on. If I have alerts set anyways in case one of these decide to start to get things going. So with this sort of event as well, it's just a change in the price businesses and the government pay for labor. So this is just a statistic, right? You just get numbers. So it's not like a press conference or a Q&A where you could have kind of some delayed information. This will just kind of happen. So yeah, what a dud. Damn, facts. Not much going on here, but that's fine. We get to move on anyway. So there is, what I will add is there is more Asian session news for the rest of the week. So for those of you that like this is kind of the only time you have available to you, definitely pay attention this week. You have entity news in basically 24 and a half hours. On Wednesday you have more Australian news, which is unemployment rates and changes. This one will probably be some decent volatility, and then you have Thursday where where is this guy? RBA Governor Michelle Bullock, head of the central bank. So Reserve Bank of Australia. This is basically Australia's Powell. Will be speaking. So this will probably be some volatility. So it's a good week, I think, to be mindful of what's going on with Asian session overall. If this is a time that makes sense for you, I wouldn't like stress to, man, I gotta be watching the markets like a hawk. I wouldn't do all that, but I would just be mindful of kind of what's going on. So I did promise someone I would take a look at Australian pairs, at least AUD USD. So as of right now, I'm not necessarily looking for any buys or any sells. AUD USD definitely has liquidity, so you got some equal highs up here for sure. And then the market's just been organically moving really well. So there's a little bit of imbalance down here, but outside of that, I'm not really too interested in much. Like, you have some small time frame movement. So for example, here we spiked down a little bit, but just to make more equal lows anyways. I would avoid trading within this environment for sure. No, there's just no reason to, at all. Now you have, excuse me, you have Euro USD. So, with Euro USD, and this is one that I've been waiting for almost 2 weeks now. So this one's been a little bit hot second here. And same thing, right? We have that Thursday big push down. So nice sweep of tons of retail buyers. And after that was, I guess, enough, especially after a squeeze here where we lure in more sellers and then the market rips. Now, this goes very bullish very quickly. However, it is important to note we do close above the previous lower highs, except for this one here. And what I mean by that is this, that we do get a higher high, and like price does get above this, but you do have to realize that price doesn't stay above here. It quickly goes up and down. So I don't think this bigger picture, like on the daily, I mean, you guys can kind of see it. The intention was, in my opinion, not to keep like these prices that we clear 1.10, we get up to here, but I don't think it's with the intention of higher highs, bullish structure. I think this is actually, it was just a push to get out of positions. This looks like sells and balances were able to, like, we were able to clear sellers, retail sellers out of the game, for sure. So, man, I would stay. Like, for the buy that I'm looking for here, I'm not going to be too extended with it. Definitely looking for the exchange between this big sell-off and taking a buy over here. Like, I definitely see that, but I'm not going to push this to higher highs or anything, because this high that we just saw, not convincing at all. It looks like just a reason to get people up here, trapped up in these levels. So I'm okay with just kind of sitting this one out. But this is my take on Euro USD. This is what I got for you guys right now. So Euro USD. Here you go. Okay, here it is. Okay, from here we have GU. Now, GU is one that I had. Oh, okay. I guess GU did a little bit of movement that I did not see. So this would have triggered my sell, but I actually deleted my orders because I saw the market reverse here, 28 pips, and originally I was looking for a possible sell, and it actually did play it beautifully. It played it right off of where I was looking for. So actually perfectly sold off, but once it came into the zone and then dropped, it looked to me like we had we already saw kind of an exchange between buys and sells. So I deleted my position. Looks like the market came back up to do exactly what I wanted it to. Either way, whatever. Like, that's part of my strategy, so it's all good. So anyways, with this idea, if you are in this, if you took this, then I would at least protect it, right? I see some of you in Spanish here. So, chicos, si entraran en esta idea, muevan ese stop a la entrada. Personalmente, yo cuando el mercado reaccionó de aquí, yo ya borré mi idea, pero sí se dio, obviamente. Pero protegen su dinero, por favor. So, silver left without us. That's a shame. Didn't want to hear that. Now, USD CAD. USD CAD has been keeping us waiting. So for those of you here, we see bullish structure until we don't. And the market then eventually gives us, and this is the 4 hour, right? Eventually we break below that July 31st low, and we end up closing below it, and we have stayed below for now 2 weeks basically. So at this point, I'm very much confident in our bearish structure and just having patience. Can't really buy anything here. There's no reason to. We don't really have our entry model or anything. There's definitely liquidity, so the market could go even lower before it comes up. And we can see a massive push to the upside before the market, over 75 pips to the upside, liquidating these retail sellers. And not only that, I mean, this goes all the way back to clear people who were in sells from November 2023 and beyond. So yeah, we have quite a bit of a move here. We get all the way back here to price action that we had seen in October of 2022. So this move that was very short-lived here, this is by no means an accident that price goes up so aggressively and comes down. So I'm looking to sell off of not this resistance here, but I see that we had a little bit of reversal zones up here before as well, right around 1.39. So in order to have a better risk reward, I'm taking a little bit of, it's not added risk in terms of money, but the trade could miss. But I am trading a little bit higher in this range. That way we have a better risk reward. Obviously there's a chance that it doesn't trigger. That's always an option. But considering that we have other key levels from the past, and this push up went beyond for a reason. So we'll see. All right. But UCAD definitely, I think we're in for a good move. And considering how that daily lost that momentum, we might, this could be the push before this actually makes a significant move to the downside. There's a lot of reasons to get lower. So we might be in position for a swing sell. It's kind of looking like it. So depending on how the market unfolds here, especially if it leaves the liquidity, then this may turn into a little more than a 3-to-1 risk reward for me. At least have the potential to. There's no guarantees. So USD CAD, here is my take on this. All right. So USD CAD. USD CAD. There you guys go. let me take another sip here. USD JPY really building up a lot of money. We saw the sweep to the upside, so this did finally happen. Market clears the equal highs, moves on up, okay, and then comes down. Still not making any lower lows or anything, just kind of filling up and down, moving along. From here, we have a lot of buyers. A lot of buyers in the game. So I am curious to see what can happen next, but nothing really too locked in. We did see silver drop even further. Man, this is 32 pips. Okay. Is this it? What do you guys think? What if the market comes back up? I have enough data to know that if we don't see that kind of reflection, then it's still valid. However, this is a pretty healthy drop. Like, this is no games. This is a good drop. The market drops 32 pips or so. If you wanted to delete your idea, I would respect it. For sure. I would respect that. So technically, according to at least my plan and the way I maneuver how I manage my trades, it didn't go down enough for me to cancel this. But the behavior, like the way in which this moves, does show a lot more money in the market compared to what it had done basically all day. Except for like New York, right past New York Open, where we saw a big move down. But we'll see. Gold moved down. Silver, we'll just kind of keep an eye on it. Outside of that, Bitcoin's kind of been choppy. Looks like it's just accumulating, in my opinion, kind of creating like a new sort of accumulation. Here's my take on what we have seen here on the macro. So I'm going to talk macro and a little bit of micro. But Bitcoin made such a cool drop. This move down really messed people up. And this move down happened not just in crypto, but it also happened with stock market. It happened, the Japanese market. And so one lesson that I picked up a couple years back specifically, it was in 2022 and going into 2023, end of 2022. So I was waiting on Bitcoin, and I've talked about this because to me this is kind of one of my biggest. I didn't lose money like it's gone, but definitely opportunity. And so Bitcoin, I had been waiting for price to go lower, well under where we were at here for some time. But what I didn't keep in mind was the macroeconomics, right? I didn't think about, okay, well, should we consider the amount of money that came into just the planet with inflation and how much money was being printed? Was I aware of what the stock markets were looking like and international markets? Okay, so at the time I wasn't. And so I was waiting for my technicals to play out even lower, but they weren't going to. Because one, the market rebalanced where it needed to, and it didn't mitigate because just the whole game changed. Now looking at this, and not just Bitcoin, but also the stock market and the Japanese market, here's where I kind of came to my conclusion. So when we started to see this crash and work its way down, especially when it filled imbalance here, captured liquidity, and then played off of, on the daily, there's an order block right over here. But when the market came over here and played off of previous structure, order block, sub liquidity, you name it, it's all fucking there. So when this started to happen, right, tons of people panicked. Like, this is like, oh my god, we're going to zero. You know, like, it just was chaos for so many people. And when that happened, it's like, okay, well, what else is happening around? What else is happening in the whole game? And so, you know, I trade indices every day. So I'm looking at US 30, and I'm looking at NASDAQ, and I'm looking at S&P 500. And I'm thinking, I'm here, and I'm like, huh, well, US 30 off the New York Open tumbled to completely fill an imbalance and retraces to its 886 before quickly recovering and just going on its merry way. Okay, well, what about NASDAQ? NASDAQ also, on its overall structure, 886 pullback, fills these imbalances, clears some lows, and then quickly recovers. S&P 500 does the same thing. So these bigger picture ideas, they all rebalance just to continue. Huh. Interesting. And this was the big one, because this was the narrative. The narrative was, oh my god, the Nikkei, the Japanese stock market, dying, it's biggest, like the worst thing that's happened since the 80s, etc. Cool. And I'm looking at this and I'm like, this is just going to rebalance from Q4 2023. So I'm like, okay. So now all of these markets are efficient again. And based on the way that they moved, what did we notice, guys? Remember, when you have liquidity, when the markets get to a certain level, if the whales, like if the, I don't know what you want to call them, like not even the elite, but like beyond that, right? The orchestrators of the game makers, we'll call them that, right? Well, they need to have a certain amount of liquidity. There needs to be a certain amount of money to back their buys. There needs to be an amount of sells. Like, there needs to be a certain amount of money to match their positions. So if I wanted to get into insane positions into the stock market, there would need to be a lot of money on the other side of that trade. So how do you create that? Well, you create a massive, massive, massive drop-off to the point where anyone's willing to sell their positions to just survive. And so, to me, I think this was it. And the market quickly recovered. I mean, look at this. Anyone that bought right around here, you're already up like 20%. That's beauty right there. So all of a sudden, the entire financial markets recalibrated. S&P 500 rebalanced. NASDAQ rebalanced. US 30 rebalanced. And then you have Bitcoin rebalanced. Yeah, there's definitely still more over here. Can we get back down here? Yes, of course. But does it need to happen now? No. It doesn't need to. So, I don't know. I think that this was, and also Bitcoin got back to exactly where the ETF launched from. Y'all remember when the ETF launched and everyone's like, okay, we're going to Valhalla. and then it popped up to like 49, which at the time was, you know, the all-time high at the moment, and then it just like died. It dropped like 20% in the next, like, I think it was like the next 10 days, and everyone's like, oh man, that was a top signal. And then it ran again, and everyone's like, just kidding. No, it's not. So I don't know, there's a lot of things going on here. And so personally, could the market come back down to this imbalance here in the 40s? I think it could. I think actually it will. But I don't know if it's going to happen in this cycle. At least I think we're going to crack these highs before that happens, because at this point, guys, one thing that is happening is that we have a lot of retail sells building up with this trend line. 1, 2, 3, 4 hits on this seller's trend line, on this bearish trend line. This is luring in easy retail sells. Like, there is a lot. And what needs to happen? Guys, how do you bring the market? If you wanted to absolutely buy all of this up, you need sells, right? You need someone on the other side of these trades. Someone's willing to sell you all in this area in order for you to buy up. So this is built, guys. I mean, now it's the other side of the coin. The market needed, I mean, look at this. The market needed basically almost 6 months worth of buyers in order to, and because why? Because if there's all these buys, that means that there's liquidity all up in these ranges. People getting liquidated all in these prices. So there's almost 6 months worth of buyers in the market. But that also means that we basically have, at the moment, right, just about 6 months worth of sellers too. So there's going to be exchanging of positions all in these areas easily. So I think we have a nice push up here, and I think this next move is going to be a pretty violent one, in my opinion, guys. When we see the market squeeze the way we're seeing it squeeze, the moves are very large. And I'll give you an example. Maybe this looks a little familiar to you all, but here in December of 2020, we moved sideways for like a month. Okay, whatever, no big deal. But then we moved sideways for about 3 months. And in this kind of buildup, when you do see the market move sideways, the longer it moves sideways, the bigger the move's going to be. Like, for example, when we moved sideways here for 60 days, we saw a very explosive move. Market ended up going up like 60%. We moved sideways again for another 42, 45 days. The market then gave us another, 60 something percent. Okay, well, this time it moved sideways for basically twice as long. Okay. So for this to give us a nice move up, 60% or so, I think it's very doable. So I think we're going to clear liquidity, and we're going to get into the 80s. All-time highs, once again. Yeah, that's kind of what I see happening here. So anyways, that's crypto. That's what I have for you guys. I see this going much further. Apparently there's rumors that China's going to unban crypto. It's a good excuse. If you guys remember, who can tell me what happened the last time there was quote-unquote rumors of China doing anything? Whenever China's brought into the picture, it's like things just happen. This was the rumor that China was entering, that they banned crypto, even though they had already done that. But there was just like a massive amount of media coverage on this. And this is what happened. And it was like 2 weeks. The market dropped like 40 or 50%. So if they would unban it, pretty good excuse to pump this thing. So, anyways, my take is not to be just bullish for the sake of it. It's just to keep in mind what's happening in the market. And at the moment, when the market broke beneath these lows, and you guys can tell, like, the same principles I've been talking to you guys, the same things apply. So when the market makes lows, but they're super unsustainable and they quickly recover, the intention wasn't to make lower lows. The intention was to trap sellers, to clear buyers, trap sellers, and then run. So now the market right now, it just rebalanced again. We could see it run from here. Wouldn't be surprised if we get another drop off around 67,000, 67, almost 68. Just a little dip down one more time, just for the vibes. But yeah, that's where we're at. Now, someone asked me about ETH. I mean, my take is the same across the board. Like, macro, I think we're going to just keep pumping. Like, we should see ETH go and give us, again, post 4, beyond 4, 4,200 and change. So, wouldn't be shocked at all. And this is also a friendly reminder to everyone that we have not yet seen a lot of these altcoins make their all-time highs. Remember, basically, like, of the biggest ones, Bitcoin's the only one that's come back. Once all the altcoins, like, once the altcoins that people were in before, once people that bought, excuse me, that bought the highs of those cryptos from the last run, because that's the reason people are just so sad. It's just they're still in alts, or if maybe if they own them. But I think once we see, like, ETH break all-time highs, hit that 5K, hit 4,900, that I think is going to be a massive thing. Same thing with Sol. Once Sol goes and cracks beyond 20, 250, 260, once we see this happen, oh baby, like, this is going to be just tears of joy for so many people who've really been waiting, like, survive this whole thing. Imagine you see your crypto just dump 96, almost 7%. What a rally, dude. What a rally. I'm so happy that I was into Sol NFTs because of this. Thank God, dude. We had almost a year to buy under, like, $30. Sick. And then, obviously, here we are. So, yeah. Crypto. Relatively bullish. Very interesting moves. I'm going to label this one here because this is, I would call this, like, financial markets recalibration. The DXY, same thing. I mean, we had even the dollar. So, like, I guess to give you guys perspective on the dollar overall, the dollar just slipped under 102.5, right under that quarterly level, but it wasn't a sustainable low. It just kind of came down to just then continue. So, very interesting. Not as bullish as everything else, but the low is not, to me, this is not a bearish low. This is a, let me get the buyers out, let me trap some sellers, now let me run. So, just my take on what we got going on. I'm gonna do one last check-in with silver here, just to see kind of where we're at. It looks like it kind of cooled down. Like, the market made its move, came working its way down, and we might just get back up here again. So let's see. Thoughts on Solana? I mean, I'm super bullish on Solana overall. Yeah, I mean, I'm still, like, I still dollar cost average into Sol. I don't need to, but I think it's just like a really, this is just obviously my perspective, is it's a very low risk, high reward scenario. It's not like insanely high reward, obviously. I mean, I'm not saying it's a top 5 coin, so of course you have way more coins with way higher potential. But when you put into consideration the risk behind this, like, it's not like the coin's just gonna disappear. So, and then just, I mean, when you think about the community around this, and to me, there's an easy 5x for this bull run. So it's like a super, in my opinion, super low risk. So yeah, I'll give you guys an update if silver gets back up here on the app, on the Blaze app, for those of you that take my trade ideas, which were 9 and 3 for the month. Yeah, I'll give you guys an update. Right now we got really close, so if it comes back down, I'll let you guys know, hey, delete it, it just missed our entry. But if it does come up here again, then, you know, I'll also send you guys an update. And for those of you that are just kind of like exploring the trading world, and just kind of figuring out if it's something that you want to do, there's tons more videos on my channel. And if some of you want to take this way more serious, then, and just like have a structured learning process, have a community, have that kind of accountability, then either, you know, there's a form in my description you guys can fill out. If you're qualified, then myself or someone on my team will reach out to you guys. Or if someone invited you to this stream, then just talk to them. I'm sure they can hook you up. But yeah, guys, we'll leave it at that. I think there's a lot to uncover. There's definitely, oh, my bad, guys. Before you go, Wednesday we have CPI. So tomorrow we have PPI, which should be some good movement. Maybe this is what triggers some of these trades. But Wednesday, I mean, I don't think any of the trades, any of the ideas that I have so far, I don't imagine, like I imagine, let me rephrase this. I imagine that most of those ideas will either trigger tomorrow or by Wednesday. CPI is in the top 3 for like what can create a lot of volatility in the market. FOMC, CPI, and NFP, those are the big dogs in the game. So yeah, this Wednesday, an hour before New York Open, we do have a bit of volatility. So check that out, guys. I think be ready for this, right? Get up a little earlier if you need to. I know those of you in the Pacific, yeah, y'all are early. But yeah, burn it up, guys. And then any other resources that I tend to use to my advantage, I basically have in the description here. So whether it's like whatever, TradingView, trade copiers. A trade copier is like if you're managing multiple accounts, then, you know, you can trade on one account and it will send it over to different things. And then I have a newsletter that I like always forget to write, but there's a newsletter there too. If you guys want to subscribe to that, you will randomly get non-scheduled bits of my brain at some point in time. But peace out, guys. I'll see you all again next Monday. The goal is to upload to this channel way more frequently. So I'm going to make it happen. I swear. All right, guys. Peace out. Much love.